All right, so as I've mentioned, I'm fed up with Insteon and will be building my own ceiling fan controller. So let's take a look at some components. We'll go over to Amazon and walk you through what I've ordered here. First, I've got a 2-channel relay module. This will connect to the lights and the fan. Indirectly, though, I'm going to put a PWM module in the midst of it so that we can get dimmer functionality as well as the on and off control, as well as the ability to control the speed of the ceiling fan. Ordered some gumballs as well. Not necessary for the completion of the project, but I do like gum. So, and these nerds filled gumballs are the bee's knees. I have also ordered AC to DC converter modules. You can give them a 110 volt input and it'll step down to DC 5 volts, which we will need in order to power the Raspberry Pi. Again, way overpowered for what I'm going to be using them for, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And as I mentioned in the previous video in the series, we'll definitely scale this component down to something more appropriate for the application, but this will be fun to code on. Unfortunately, it's not going to arrive apparently until the middle of July at the earliest, but fortunately, I do have a spare Pi 0W on hand that I can use to get started. And I mentioned the PWM module. Here is that device, which again will give me the ability to dim the lights as well as control the speed of the ceiling fan. So that is my components list, short and sweet. We will, let's see, I think the next video in this series, I'm going to talk about the code. So I don't think I have the videos. Well, I do have the one. So you may have seen the video series where I document the creation of the Denon HTTP controller for my parents. So I have some code that I've written there, specifically as it relates to the sliders, and in that case, being able to change the volume for the Denon controller. I'm going to use that code to control the speed of the ceiling fan as well as the level of dimming for the lights. And then another project that I wrote a couple years ago now was some code to deal with the gas fireplaces that we have here. So replaced a legacy switch with Raspberry Pi, a dimmer controller, and some other things. And so the code that I'm going to use there is the core Python script that will listen for incoming requests and control the device accordingly. So most of the code that I'll need for this particular application is written already. I will need to tweak it because obviously the ceiling fan and the associated lights are different hardware objects with different characteristics. So the user experience or API needs to change accordingly. But yeah, I think we'll walk through my GitHub in the next video and show you how I'm gonna move or take components from that code and insert it in this new project. But that's all for this one. Make it a great day. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do that. Click the bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video, and you'll see me in the next one.